Hey everyone, and welcome to Sketching with Sarah. I'm Sarah, I'm the artist, and this is part 4 of my sketchbook tour. This is actually the second sketchbook tour on my channel, and if you haven't seen the previous parts of this tour, be sure to check out the links in my description, or there will be a little icon at the end of this video for you to check out my playlist of all of them. As always, I do have the links of all the supplies that I used in the sketches that I show you in this tour in the description box below, as well as my social media, so if you want to keep up with me on other platforms, or you want to be art supplies twins with me, or just support my channel with those affiliate links, it would mean a lot for you guys to check those out. So without further ado, let's get on to part 4. So after skipping a bunch of pages from my YouTube videos that I use the sketchbook for, I found this page, which is the next page of sketches that I didn't share on this channel. And this was for another illustration that I was doing for my illustration class. And it was an article that I read about mountain goats in Wales. And this was around the time the pandemic started really shaping up the whole nation and beyond. So since people in Wales, you know, obviously they weren't crowding around the sidewalks and things, so there were a lot of mountain goats kind of taking advantage of this and eating some of their shrubbery in their lawn and things like that, because I mean there's no people, so why would you stay in the mountains if you can just peruse and get some free food? I mean, easy, right? So I saw this image in the article and I thought it was just hilarious, so I had to sketch it. I don't think I was gonna use this as like part of the illustration or anything. I just thought it was so funny that there are mountain goats just walking around the streets in Wales because of this whole situation. It was kind of like they were reclaiming the land, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I was very inspired, so I had to put that down in my sketchbook as well, which ended up actually being included in one of my actual illustrations that I did do for my illustration class, which was a comprehensive of a lot of different animals that were kind of reclaiming more urban areas during this pandemic. There were some monkeys that were doing that in alleyways of India, and lions were taking up like roads that were used for tourist buses and just sunbathing on them because there were no tourists, because you know there's a worldwide pandemic. So I kind of combined all of it into one illustration, and I'll pop that image right here so you can see what I'm talking about. So this and the lion and the monkey was all in one article that I was looking at, so I decided it would be more of like an editorial that could go along and pair with this article because it talked about all 3 of these elements. Alright, so after a lot more flipping through my sketchbook, here's the next page that I didn't have on any of my YouTube videos, and it's just a simple page of just some sketching. I found out a fact about kangaroos that I shared on my Instagram, which inspired this sketch because I wanted to do like this fun fact Friday situation, or I was actually planning to do it daily, but that didn't really last for very long. But anyway, I drew this kangaroo so I could have the caption of a couple things that I learned about kangaroos, and something interesting that I found out is that they can't jump backwards, which I thought was super fascinating. So I immediately was thinking of like maybe this kangaroo was in a maze or something, and since it couldn't go backwards, it just got stuck like in a narrow maze or something, and it couldn't turn around or jump backwards, so it was like stuck there. I haven't really fleshed out what that's gonna look like yet, but that's a future illustration I'm thinking about. And then here are just some elephants, a little baby elephant and a bigger elephant just chilling. So these are a couple more of those daily sketchable facts, I think I ended up calling them. And this one was about sea lions, and this one was about gray foxes. I remember this one was because I learned that gray foxes can retract their claws like cats can, which I thought was really interesting. So I drew a gray fox here. Yeah, I don't really remember what the fact was that I came up with for this one. Oh yeah, I do. So I remember that I think I read somewhere that their whiskers, they can rotate them in the little holes like a straw in a bottle, which I thought was super weird and interesting. So I had to draw that one down and share that with you guys. But yeah, I have other interesting facts and little sketches on my Instagram too if you want to check that out. It's Sketching with Sarah. So after some more flipping through my sketchbook, I found this really not very well done sketch of an ocelot, because I found out what an ocelot was, because for forever I thought it was literally a Pokemon, which is an oshawott was what I was actually thinking of for ocelot. But yeah, so this is an ocelot. I really enjoyed their the patterns that they have on their face and on their body, but this was just kind of like a general sketch so I can get the basics down. Like the leg is really not correct, but I think I got the face kind of okay. But I didn't go really into detail about the patterns on their faces like I would have wanted to, but this was kind of like a last minute thought sketch. But yeah, that's the next sketch on my page that I didn't share on this channel. So I can't believe I actually missed this while flipping through so I could find sketches that I didn't put on my channel. So this was a couple more of those Sketchable fact animal sketches, I guess, that I did for my Instagram posts for a little bit. And these were a couple that I actually really enjoyed finding out about. So this one's a snail, and I found out that they can just take a nap for about 3 years, up to 3 years, I think, when the environment around them isn't good enough for them. So I think they're very particular, like, because they need to stay moist. So if it's too dry or something, or it just isn't right for them to survive, they can literally just nap it off until it gets better for up to 3 years. Don't you wish life was just that simple? I envy you a little bit, man. And then I don't remember which one of the facts I ended up including for this sketch on my Instagram, but I recently learned so much about sloths that I'm actually planning to make a Fun Fact Friday video all about sloths and some sketching of them and some interesting facts that I learned that I'm pretty sure you don't know either, because when I learned them, I was very interested and inspired by it. So that's definitely a future video to come, so be on the lookout for that. Maybe one of the facts, it might have been that there are different types of sloths. I don't really remember which one specifically, but here's just a fun little sketch I did of a sloth, and you will definitely be seeing a video all about sloths in the future, so be on the lookout for that. So these are some of my last pages from my sketchbook that I didn't show on this YouTube channel. So if you've seen my Blob Art Challenge series, these were some really quick, like, kind of practicing for like what kind of colors I was going for that final illustration. And I got really frustrated very quickly because these watercolors just weren't reacting the way I wanted them to. And so I kind of gave up and just started winging it on the final piece. So that's why I didn't show this part of it, because it was just really sloppy and I didn't really get anything out of it. So I decided to just move on and skip that for the video. But I was really obsessed with manatees, still am. They're very cute. They're like sea cows. I think that's actually a nickname for them. They are these giant sea cows. I don't know how else to describe them, but they're just so large, and I just love their freaking faces and how blubbery they are. So this was actually from a reference drawing that I found, and I was just using a watercolor pencil and a water brush pen and kind of just started sketching it. And I really enjoy doing this type of drawing where I kind of just sketch it with a watercolor pencil and then do some additional shading with my water brush pen. I really enjoy this style, and I think I'm going to continue to do this. But yeah, here's a big fella here. So this is another manatee sketch that I did in the same style I just explained, where I did the watercolor pencil and then took a water brush pen and kind of extended the shading a little bit here and there to create this overall soft sketch of a manatee, as you can see. And I found this reference photo particularly interesting because they had so many rolls. It's like they were trying to like lean forward and they just got so many rolls, and it was so freaking cute, so I had to draw it. But yeah, this is actually the last sketch of my sketchbook that you guys didn't see on my YouTube channel. And what a way to end it, right? This is precious. Thank you guys so much for watching part 4 of the sketchbook tour. I really hate uploading really long videos because I know most of you won't sit through it, so I appreciate you looking at this bite-sized part. This is the final part of the sketchbook tour that I haven't shown you the sketches of anywhere on this channel. I did that mostly because you can basically go whenever you want on my channel to see the rest of the sketches in this book, because I do use it quite a lot for this channel. Next week, I'm looking forward to trying to come up with a cover, because this is a customizable cover on this sketchbook, so I'm going to be looking through the sketches and picking a couple of my favorites and seeing if I can come up with some kind of composition to really summarize this sketchbook and all that I learned from it. I've never used a toned paper for anything but like pastels or charcoals, so this will be kind of a learning experience to see what I can come up with on this toned paper of the mediums that I usually use. I'm probably going to end up using a lot of ink and colored pencil maybe, but we shall see. So look forward to that video for next week. I upload every single Friday, so if you want to be in the loop for more art-related content as well as some fun facts about different animals that I'm inspired by, be sure to hit that subscribe button and maybe click that notification bell if you want to be here as soon as it uploads. In the description, you'll find my affiliate links of the supplies that I use in this video, like in all of my videos. So if you want to support my channel and be art supplies twins with me, that's a great way to do it. And I also have my social medias linked down below as well. One last thing, if you've actually made it this far in the video anyway, first of all, you're a rock star. And second of all, would you just leave me a comment and maybe give me a couple sketches that you enjoyed from the sketchbook tour? And maybe I'll try and incorporate it in my composition for the cover of this. I try and be as interactive as I can. Sometimes it's more possible than other times, but I'd really like to hear what you guys think anyway, so be sure to leave a comment for engagement purposes, if anything, because any engagement at all really does help out my channel and boost my videos forward a little bit. So even a simple hi or cool sketches or your hands are really small or anything like that, as long as you make a comment and like the video, it really does help my channel to grow. And by the way, we are just over 30 subscribers and I'm super excited about that. My goal for the end of the year is 50 subscribers, so it would mean a lot if you could share this channel to other artists or people that might be interested in some animal facts in a creative way. I'm really trying to get to 50 subscribers by the end of 2020, so thank you guys so much for all of the support that you've shown me so far on this channel. I really do enjoy reading all of your beautiful, sweet, nice comments and all of the feedback that you've given me to make this channel even better. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.